Hello again, it's me. We're just doing some more work on eBore. As you can see, I've got a little bit of light now. I've also got a very tired, sleepy Alfie down here because he's been with his daddy James today, and he's worn him out chasing him up the garden with a helicopter. So he's fast asleep in his little cat basket. Don't ask. In front of the radiator. Now what I've got, right, going back to some serious stuff here. What I've done is I've connected the Z axis here. You can see there's a Z. This is the limit switch on Z axis. There's a plate there, that sort of thing, and it's now pushing or touching the moving scale of one of these digital readout thingies, which I've set to absolute measurement 0, and I've also set Mach 3 to 0 here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell Mach 3 to go to X 230, which is about as far as it will go without crashing into the end, and there's a little bit left over. So when I press this, the X-axis will move along the scale. You can see it moving now along the scale, and when it gets to the 230 mark it will stop, and you can see that this WIXEY, and they're not cheap ones, this is the American one, so it's not a really cheap one. It's quite an expensive one, 50 quid for one axis, but anyway, it's 230 on there as well, so 230mm there. And Mach 3 is reading 229.9998, so it's 0.0002 of a millimeter, according to the encoder. I'm not going to argue about that. And as you can see, this doesn't go down that far, so I think that's just, and I've done that now 3 times, and each time it's come to the same reading, so I think we can be fairly confident that this is set up accurately. I've done it in both directions, and I'm not going to do it again. So that's the X-axis set up pretty damn accurately. Now what I've got to do is disconnect this from this axis and put it on that pillar over there. I think just bolt it on. You see, it's quite good because it just bolts to this this rail. You just put one of these little T-nuts in, and you can bolt it onto anything. It won't, once it's done, that'll be the job really finished. So it seems a lot of money to spend just to do one job, but it is a fundamentally important job. And secondly, on my other milling machine, the manual milling machine, I've got a DRO on the X and the Y axis, but I don't have one on the Z axis because it wasn't necessary at the time. Now I'm actually doing quite a bit more precision depth work. I could just bolt this on as an ancillary axis for my other mill. So I wanted one anyway. Seems like a good idea, but I'm pretty damn happy with that correlation there. It just proves that the manual measurements that I was doing for calibration of this particular axis seem to be okay. So that's calibration out of the way. As you can see, I've got a couple of I've done a couple of these plates now, and today I've actually received the aluminium, the 3mm aluminium, so I will be able to cut out 2 of these. Now I know they're fine in aluminium. So let's just see what happens when I start cutting real metal. Should be a laugh. Anyway, that's it for today. Calibration, X-axis, all done. All right, Alf? I can see you peeking. I can see you peeking. Say goodbye.